What's it up, baby? You already know. Big boss, house boss, dog. Can't poke through the door. Hit the Talkers boxing. What's good with y'all, man? Vergil Ortiz Jr. versus Eimantas Stanionis. Let's talk about it. So, I think they fight this Saturday, July 8th, right? It's a good fight. I think it's for one of the WBA belts. Let me say this real quick. Hey, they need to get rid of all these belts, bro. It's too many belts. You know, it should be one belt. And, you know, everybody should be working to get the opportunity to fight against that dude who got that belt. That's it. It shouldn't be 25 belts. You know, Boots got a belt. This dude, like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's too many belts, bro. Like, it's almost like you get a trophy. You get a trophy. That's where we're at with it nowadays. You get a trophy. No. Back in the day when I was growing up, you had to earn that trophy. You had to go dethrone the king. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't get in that ring and... No, bro. You know what I mean? You couldn't... You're not getting a trophy for participation. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, they fighting. And they fighting for these interim belts and things like that. But at the end of the day, spade to spade. No, it should be one belt. I'm done. Now look, this is a fumble fight. You know, they both fight pretty similar. I think Vergil Ortiz has the better jab. So I think what Vergil Ortiz has to do in this fight is use that jab. He's going to have to beat up Stanionis' body. And I would do that early, like from round one. Just get aggressive. Hey, man, I'm finna break your ass down. Like that would be my mindset going into this fight. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to get aggressive. I'm going to have to break him down. And that's the mindset that he needs to have when he's in the ring with Stanionis. Get that jab working. Also, turning Stanionis. You know what I mean? He could turn Stanionis. You know what I mean? And not allow Stanionis to get in rhythm. You know what I mean? Just keep that jab in his face. Keep working that jab. I think Vergil Ortiz has the tools to do that. He's able to do that. Use the jab. Break his body down. I think he can stop Stanionis. I'm not going to lie to you. I think Vergil Ortiz can stop Stanionis and, you know, get that, you know, that WBA whatever belt. You know what I mean? And that will make him the #1 mandatory for whoever wins on July 29th, which I'm picking Errol Spence. So it'll be Errol Spence. You know what I mean? What Stanionis has to do, he has to take away Vergil Ortiz's jab. He has to take away Vergil Ortiz's jab, make it a fight. The only thing I like about Stanionis at times, in my opinion, he kind of like just comes forward without punching. He don't work behind his punches. Sometimes he lunges. You know what I mean? Vergil Ortiz kind of do the same thing. You know what I mean? But I think Vergil Ortiz is more fundamentally sound than Stanionis, in my opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. I think Vergil Ortiz is a more fundamentally sound fighter than Stanionis. I think Vergil Ortiz hits harder, but, you know, it don't matter about who hit hard or whatever. You still can get your ass whooped by, you know. So I think what Stanionis got to do is just take away Vergil Ortiz's jab. I would say use lateral movement. You know, he could use that, but that will play into Vergil Ortiz's specialty. So he going to have to take the fight to Vergil Ortiz and make a fight on the back foot. Take away his jab. Be aggressive. Make Vergil Ortiz fight on the back foot. Keep Vergil Ortiz back on the ropes. I think if he's able to do that, make the pass to the body, he can stop Vergil Ortiz. Both of these dudes have the capabilities of stopping each other. It's not a lot to their game. You know what I mean? They, like I said, they fight pretty similar, but, you know, I think Vergil Ortiz is a more fundamentally sound fighter. So I'm picking Vergil Ortiz, in my opinion, to beat Stanionis. I think it'll be a close fight, but I think Vergil Ortiz will eventually stop Stanionis and get his hand raised. Now, I saw an interview where Vergil Ortiz is talking about, he was asked, who would he rather fight, Terrence Crawford or Errol Spence? And he said he'll fight Errol Spence. But for the reasons of, oh, we're from the same gym, he didn't mention like skill-wise. He just said, oh, we're from the same gym. We're from the same part of town. You know, we're both Texans. We'll sell out AT&T Stadium. So he's talking in essence of, you know, being from Texas and being from the same general area, that they'll be able to sell out a area. That's cool. I'm here to say this. Vergil Ortiz, if you do win against Stanionis, you need to stay away from Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. But if I had to choose, I would rather you fight Terrence Crawford first. That's just my opinion. If I was your trainer, I'd be like, hey, we need to fight Terrence first. That's just my perspective. Here's why. Errol Spence breaks bone in people's face. How you fight is favorable. Errol Spence like that stuff, right? You can't box. You know what I mean? You can't get on your toes and, oh, I'm a box Errol. That's not your style, right? So Errol Spence will be able to dog walk you and that's all I'm saying, bro. Errol Spence will destroy this man, Vergil Ortiz. You know what I mean? Terrence, I think, will be able to just outbox him, you know what I mean, for 12 rounds and get his hand raised. That's just real talk. But Errol breaking some on that boy. You know what I mean? Because Vergil gonna try to, like, he gonna try to step. You know what I mean? He gonna try to, like, I'm him. And Errol gonna show you, like, no, you not. I'm finna beat the beans and potatoes out. Like, it's finna be bad. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, you know, he needs to stay away from Errol and Terrence Crawford. But if he has to fight either one of them, he needs to fight Terrence. Because at least he fight Terrence, you know, he just get outboxed for 12 rounds. You know, and or he get a little quick little flash knockdown. They stop the fight because they're like, hey, man. And then he can go on and still be a champion. You fight Errol taking something out of you, bro. You're not going to be the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all don't understand about this nigga. This nigga, when he fight people, you don't come back the same fighter. You could try. You can be like, man, it's not the same. Your body just ain't, it ain't right. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be bad. It's going to be, I'm telling you, the boy going to have some bone broke on him. If Errol fight. And I don't think that fight will happen. I think Errol, after he's victorious against Terrence Crawford, he's going to go to 54. That's just my perspective. I think Errol Spence going to go to 54. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. But if he do fight, I think Errol breaking bone in that nigga face. That's just what it is. I like Vergil Ortiz. I like how he fight. I came up in a Hispanic gym, so I know his fighting style. You know what I mean? I spar guys that fight like that. They're tough. You know what I mean? And I'm very appreciative that I came up in the Hispanic gym because that made me the fighter that I am, you know. And, you know, now that I train fighters, I teach them the same way. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be a dog out here. You know what I mean? That's what it is. So, I think, you know, and you don't get that title of dog by yourself. You get that title from showing it in that ring. I got my name from in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, I done been in that ring, bro. I done been in some stuff where I had to dig deep. And I don't know where it came from. But it was like, fuck that. Like, this ain't finna happen. This ain't finna go. I ain't getting dropped. You know what I mean? I done been in there where I was getting hit with some shit and I done flipped that mug around. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know? So my name comes from being in that ring, bro. I didn't, you know what I mean? when you get the term dog attached to you, it's because you done showed that in that ring. You know what I'm saying? So, I think, man, Errol gonna destroy that man if they ever fight. But I don't think they'll fight. But Vergil Ortiz got to get past Stanionis. I'm picking him to be Stanionis. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Boss gone.